Sometime in the 90s, the United States Post Office vacated this building as an active delivery building. So we thought something great for the community could be done here. And the city thought the best use for the building would be to have a visitor center and an auditorium. Another gentleman by the name of Fred Heyman said, "No auditorium, no visitor center, we need a world-class performing arts center. Anything less is not for Beverly Hills."
Wallis Annenberg was a huge help to us. She was an enthusiastic contributor. In other words, we took a lot of things by her because she has the vision, she's done these things before, and she was a great help and continues to be a great supporter of ours.
Along the way, we, I think, had 3 architects before we got to Zoltan Poly.
2 or 3 days before the interview, I got so excited by this idea that I literally, I took a chance and I said, "This is my idea. If that doesn't work for you, tell me to go home. I'm not coming in, because if we don't do it that way, I don't even want to go to the interview."
And he said, "You know, this building is too small for a 500-seat theater."
Think about it. A stage height that's 70, 80 feet tall with wing space could never have actually fit into the building. You have to build yourself a brand new theater on the outside of the post office.
So we set about to replan what we had started out to do, and
the administration went to the second floor where the post office guys used to hang out, right? And the loading dock bays where the trucks came in were perfect sizes for classrooms. The old mail room, the sorting room, was perfect size for a studio theater. My job as an architect is to solve problems, but yet find some poetry when I'm trying to solve that problem. The old building has its own architecture. Our building was going to have its own architecture, and the two would have a conversation. They would sit next to each other or stand next to each other, but they weren't, I didn't want to glom the two next, to like attach them. Here you actually see the two together very nicely, residing next to each other, and in fact you can see the old window is actually reflected in the new window, and they're actually lined up directly with each other. In fact, if you're inside the building, you can actually look through and see the reflection of the old window in the new window. It's quite a beautiful moment as well. And the light is just actually terrific on them both. Wow, I've never seen that light on this facade like that before. It's terrific. When we were in the space below, in the previous shot, you know, we had that stair that came and connects us below. And this is the high point of the theater, and of course, even the theater goes lower now, goes down to the stage and the trap, so we're good 30 to 40 feet down into the ground by the time we get to the bottom of the foundation. And that's in order to get the height that we needed, because we never exceeded the height of the original post office, and that was really as a sort of form of respect for the old building.
Right now I'm sitting in what we consider to be one of the best theaters anywhere in the world. And not just because I feel that way. When we bring guests here who are in the theater business, they absolutely go crazy. They say there's no place other than London and New York that have a stage like this, with the acoustics, with all the equipment.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The mission of the Wallis is to be the premier performing arts center of Los Angeles, offering world-class performance in theater, dance, music, theater for young audiences. A majority of the artists that come, the professional artists that come and do work on our stage, also provide some kind of educational opportunity to children and to families. So it's a real closed circle of an educational opportunity for the community, a real creative hub for arts, all kinds of visual arts, performing arts, all of it.
The Annenberg has contributed already dramatically to the city. One of the streets the Annenberg is on is Cannon Drive, which has become a major restaurant street. And now, prior to performances and after performances, the restaurants are staying open longer. They have special pre-dinner and after-dinner menus.
The city, at the point that we started, had great shopping, great restaurants, a lot of five-star hotels. So it had the body, but it didn't have a heart, because culture is the heart of a city. And I think that we are the heart of Beverly Hills.
You know, as an architect, this is the sort of bipolar world that we live in. You know, we are absolutely passionate about creating places for people, right? And when I remember the first night when everybody was here, it was an amazing feeling. Created the space. But on the other hand, people are using it and they mess it up. But this is far more important than any of our lives, so it's kind of even silly to a building like this will be here for, you know, generations. It's far more important than, you know, my little personal problems. So.
The fact that we worked for 15 years, to get to this point made it really exciting. You know, I think a lot of us cried the day it opened.